All right, today we're going to dive into what I like to call the central nervous system of the cloud, AWS Simple Notification Service, or as you'll always hear it, SNS. It's kind of the secret weapon that lets modern apps talk to each other instantly, reliably, and on a massive scale.
So just imagine this for a second. You've got one critical piece of information, and you need to get it out to thousands, maybe even millions of different places all at the exact same time. How on earth do you build something that can do that without just falling over?
Well, the best way to think about it is like a digital newswire service. A journalist, who we'll call our publisher, writes one story. They send it to the wire, and bam. Instantly, every news outlet that subscribes to that wire gets the story. There are no direct phone calls, no messy coordination, just one single message, broadcast to everyone who needs it. And that right there, in a nutshell, is the big idea behind AWS SNS. It's Amazon's fully managed, cloud-scale version of that exact digital newswire. So, what is it officially? SNS is a push-based messaging service. Now, that word push is super important here. See, unlike other systems where your app has to constantly ask, hey, got anything new for me? Anything now? SNS doesn't wait. The moment a message arrives, SNS actively pushes it out to its subscribers. It's proactive, not reactive. In the world of SNS, there are always two key players. First up, you've got the publisher. This is our news agency. It could be an S3 bucket saying, hey, a new file just landed. Or your e-commerce app shouting, we got a new order. Then you have the subscribers. These are all the different endpoints that are listening for that message. It could be an email address, a push notification to a phone, or even another AWS service like a Lambda function. And what's the magic in the middle that connects them? That's the topic. The topic is that central communication hub, that wire service. The publisher doesn't know, and frankly, doesn't care, who the subscribers are. It just sends its message to the topic. And the topic handles the heavy lifting of fanning that message out to everyone who signed up. It's the ultimate decouplet. So where do you actually see this in the wild? Oh, it's everywhere. It's the backbone for decoupling microservices, letting an order service talk to inventory and shipping without them being tangled together. It's absolutely perfect for parallel processing, what we call fan-out. And, of course, it powers things like real-time alerts from CloudWatch and all those mobile push notifications you get on your phone.
So you can start to see, right? SNS isn't just another tool in the toolbox. It's a genuine problem solver. It's built to bring a sense of calm and order to the beautiful chaos of modern apps.
Let's paint a picture. A classic nightmare scenario, actually. You're running a huge flash sale. The orders are just flying in. And then suddenly, poof, your order processing service just crashes under the insane load. Now, in a traditional, tightly coupled system, all that order data, it could just be gone, forever. How do you possibly prevent that?
Well, check out this elegant solution. Instead of sending an order straight to the processing service, you first publish it to an SNS topic. Then you have an SQS which is basically just a super safe, durable mailbox in the cloud. Subscribe to that topic. The order gets delivered and lands safely in the queue. And here's the beautiful part. If your processing service is down, who cares? The order just waits patiently and safely in that queue until the service comes back online. Zero data lost.
Okay, here's another one you see all the time. A user uploads a file to your S3 bucket. From that single event, you need to do two totally different things at once. Send the user a confirmation email and kick off a Lambda function to start crunching that file. How do you do that without writing a tangled mess of code? With SNS, the answer is just so clean. That S3 upload event, it just becomes a single message published to an SNS topic. Then you simply subscribe both your email service and your Lambda function to that same topic. The message goes out once, SNS instantly fans it out to both subscribers, and they get to work in parallel. It's efficient, it's simple, and it's awesome.
So far, everything we've talked about is just broadcasting messages. But what happens when the sequence of those messages is just as important as the content? I mean, when the order of events is absolutely critical.
Just think about a banking application for a second. If a deposit message that was sent first actually arrives after a withdrawal message, you could have a total disaster on your hands. For apps like these, best effort ordering is a non-starter. You have to guarantee the sequence. And this is exactly why AWS gives us two different flavors of SNS topics, Standard and FIFO. Standard is the default. It gives you incredible, nearly unlimited throughput, just insane speed. But the ordering is best effort. FIFO, on the other hand, stands for first in, first out.
It trades some of that raw speed for two rock-solid guarantees: strict ordering and exactly once delivery, which cleverly gets rid of any duplicate messages.
So here is the absolute golden rule. Whether you're in an exam or a system design interview, if you see the words strict order, sequence, or exactly once delivery, your brain should just light up and scream FIFO. It is the purpose-built tool for that very specific, very important job.
All right, let's bring it all home. What are the big, crucial things you absolutely need to remember about SNS as we wrap this up?
First up, a key limitation, and this one catches people out all the time. An SNS message can only be 256 kilobytes. That's it. It's designed for small, punchy notifications, not for moving big chunks of data around.
So what do you do if you have a big file? Well, you use this really clever architectural pattern called the S3 claim check. Instead of trying to stuff the whole file in the message, you first upload your big file to an S3 bucket. Then, you just send an SNS message that contains a link to that file. Think of it like sending someone the key to a locker instead of trying to mail them the entire locker. And that really brings us to the biggest idea of all. SNS isn't just another service on a price list. It really represents a whole philosophy for designing software. It's about building your applications as a bunch of smaller, independent, or decoupled services that talk through events. And this doesn't just make your system stronger, it lets your teams work more independently, innovate faster, and scale different parts of the app without breaking everything else.
And that kind of leaves us with a final thought. In a world that's just generating more and more data, more events, every single second, is this philosophy of decoupling, of breaking things apart to actually make them stronger, is it really the only way forward for building systems that can truly last?